Hey y'all, Ad here Logistics, Dispatch Extraordinary Chris coming back at you with another one. This post is going to be a very exciting topic. What I'm going to be talking about today is safety tips for truck drivers. Quick disclaimers before I get started. Everything I talk about today is going to come from the FMCSA. And then I will have some examples just to elaborate on those regulations that's talked about inside the FMCSA. 2, I am not an attorney. I don't practice law. The only thing I do practice on a regular basis is reading and comprehension. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, to go to the FMCSA page, go to the .gov, hover over regulations, come to regulations and interpretations, go ahead and click on that. This is Title 49, CFR Parts 300 and 399. Click on that. You're going to scroll all the way down to Part 392, Driving of Commercial Motor Vehicles. You start out with the Driving of Commercial Motor Vehicles, a code of federal regulations. And who do these regulations and rules apply to? Let's see. Every motor carrier, its officers, agents, representatives, and employees responsible for the management, maintenance, operation, or driving of commercial motor vehicles, or the hiring, supervising, training, assigning, or dispatching of drivers shall be instructed in and comply with the rules in this part. Who do these rules apply to? Start myself first. I am a dispatch. It applies to me. It applies to folks that do training, supervising, hiring. Any person that has any parts of commercial motor vehicles, these rules apply to you. I'm not going to talk about everything inside of these regulations because a lot of these regulations I'll revisit for a later post. And some I will just touch base on briefly. And once again, I'll come back to at a later post. For example, applicable operating rules, regulations of the jurisdiction in which your truck will be operated, ill or fatigue, operated. Hopefully, if you're feeling ill, you're going to talk to your primary care physician, you're going to your local hospital or an urgent care that's nearby. Fatigue to operate over, just pulling over and getting some sleep. Drugs and other substances, don't do drugs. Alcohol, no drinking and driving. First place I like to start on is 392.6, schedules to conform with speed limits. In a nutshell, don't be speeding. Now, what's some safety things that we can do to ensure we don't have to speed? First thing we do is we can plan our trip in advance. Now, planning a trip in advance, this is to entail congested traffic, inclement weather, and also restricted route. With congested traffic, typically the routes that we're traveling on, we already know the times of day that these areas become more heavily traveled than others. So keep that in mind. Be prepared to slow down and or have an alternate route already in mind. With inclement weather, staying up to date with the weather forecast along your route is essential. In worst case scenario, pull over. Now, icy road conditions are the biggest threat to persons driving commercial motor vehicles. Again, worst case scenario, simply pull over. With restricted routes, this is to include low clearances and also weight limits. Keeping in mind, these are just a few things that you can be aware of and do just to make sure you have schedules to perform within speed limits. If you're looking for more information on your UIIA certifications and how to go about that, or you want more information on the services I offer, you can definitely visit my website, www.adherelogistics.com. Take a moment, fill out the required fields, or you could just simply hit me up down at the bottom, send me a message, and we can pretty much go from there. In conclusion, as the saying goes, it only takes a few seconds to be safe. In our situation, let's take a few extra minutes to be safer. Thanks. Talk to y'all later.